Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that money has no power anymore. Shops are closed, banks are empty, and everyone is in shock. This is the beginning of the most dangerous day of a financial crash. People suddenly realize that paper money and digital numbers in accounts mean nothing. Fear spreads like fire and trust between people breaks. The world feels like it has stopped working. For survival, you need to stay calm, think wisely, and act fast. Panic is your biggest enemy. The day has only started. But the world has already changed forever. The streets are quiet. No sound of business, no rush of cars, and no happy voices of shopping crowds. It feels like time has frozen. The silence is not peace, it is fear. Everyone is waiting, wondering what will happen next. In this silence, survival begins with observation. Listen carefully, watch closely, and understand the danger around you. A crash is not just about money. It is about how people will act when their needs are not met. Silence today may turn into chaos tomorrow. Preparing early is the key to making it through. Markets are the heart of daily life, but now they are empty. Shelves are bare, shop shutters are locked, and crowds of people fight for the last items. Water, food, and fuel suddenly become treasures. You see long lines of desperate people trying to buy even small things. But money is useless here. Only real goods matter. This is when you learn that true wealth is not cash, but survival supplies. Food, clean water, and warmth will keep you alive, not numbers in a bank. The market teaches a harsh lesson. Survival depends on what you have, not what you own on paper. The hardest part of a crash is not knowing what will happen next. Rumors spread faster than the truth. Some say the government will step in. Others say everything is lost. Fear grows and people make mistakes. They trust wrong voices, chase fake promises, and fall into danger. In survival, you must control your fear. Stay calm, question what you hear, and trust only facts. Fear is like fire. It burns everything if left wild. But if you control it, fear can guide you to prepare better. The unknown is scary, but smart choices turn fear into strength. Banks once stood tall and proud, but now they are like hollow shells. Locked doors, empty counters, and broken trust. People gather outside, shouting and crying, demanding their money. But the truth is simple. There is no money to give. Digital accounts mean nothing when the system fails. This scene is the death of trust in paper wealth. For survival, learn this early. Never depend only on banks. Always keep useful items, always keep skills, and always keep knowledge. Because in a crash, banks cannot save you. Only your own preparation will. When money loses power, food becomes gold. A single loaf of bread can create fights. A bottle of clean water can make strangers enemies. In these moments, you realize how fragile normal life was. Survival is not about luxury. It is about basics. Grains, canned food, and stored water now matter more than expensive gadgets or fancy clothes. If you prepared, you are safe. If you didn't, you are in trouble. The value of food reminds us, true wealth is what keeps you alive when the world falls apart. A crash breaks more than systems. It breaks trust. Neighbors who once shared smiles now hide supplies. Friends who once laughed now doubt each other. Survival becomes personal, and trust becomes rare. In this world, you must be careful who you believe and who you depend on. A wrong choice can cost you everything. Yet some groups form small bonds to survive together. Trust is fragile, but it can be rebuilt with honesty and shared effort. The collapse of trust is painful, but it teaches one truth. Survival is easier with unity than with isolation. As the first night falls, fear grows stronger. Darkness feels heavier when there is no power, no news, and no hope. People stay awake, worried about thieves, hunger, and what tomorrow may bring. This night is the test of mental strength. If you panic, you lose energy and focus. If you stay calm, you keep control. Light a candle, share warmth, and plan for tomorrow. The first night is always the hardest, but once you survive it, you learn that every new sunrise is a chance to fight again. When official markets die, hidden markets rise. People trade secretly, using goods instead of money. A bag of rice can buy medicine, a few bottles of water can buy shelter. This is the black market of survival. It is dangerous, full of risk, but sometimes the only way to get what you need. In this world, barter is power. Learn to trade wisely and protect what you have. Never show all your supplies, never trust too easily. The black market is a game of survival, where smart moves mean life and mistakes mean loss. Desperation turns fear into anger. People who once lived peacefully now fight in the streets. Gangs form, Theft grows and violence becomes normal. In survival, this is the moment to stay hidden, stay quiet, and avoid danger. A crash is not just about empty wallets. It is about how people behave when rules break. Protect yourself, your supplies, and your safe space. Do not be a target. Violence is the storm of a crash, but like all storms, it passes. Your goal is to survive until it does. Days without clean water can kill faster than hunger. In a crash, water is often the first to vanish. Bottles are gone from stores, taps run dry, and people fight near wells. Survival depends on knowing where to find water and how to clean it. Collect rain, filter river water, and store every drop you can. Learn to purify, learn to conserve. Water is life, and in times like these, every sip is precious. Searching for water is not just a task, it is survival itself. A crash teaches you that skills are more valuable than money. Knowing how to cook simple food, make fire, grow plants, or fix tools can save your life. In survival, knowledge is wealth. People without skills are helpless, but those with skills can trade, earn trust, and stay strong. Simple acts, like knowing how to filter water or store food safely, make the difference between life and death. Survival skills are not learned in one day. They are built slowly. But in a crash, they shine brighter than gold. This is the peak of the crash, the most dangerous moment. Cities burn with anger, streets are filled with violence, and fear is everywhere. People realize there is no quick fix, no easy rescue. It feels like the world is ending. For survival, this is the time to be invisible. Do not stand out, do not show wealth, do not make noise. Stay hidden, stay smart, stay alive. This climax is the darkest part of the crash when hope feels lost. But remember, even the darkest night ends when the sun rises. In chaos, some people discover their hidden strength. Survival is not only about supplies, it is about courage and patience. The ability to stay calm when others lose control, to think clearly when others panic, becomes your greatest tool. In this chapter, you realize that strength is not loud. It is quiet. It is the power to endure, to wait, and to hope. A financial crash breaks many, but those who find their inner strength rise above fear. Survival alone is hard, but survival in small groups is possible. Families, friends, and even strangers come together to share skills and supplies. These small communities protect each other and create a little hope. They set rules, watch out for danger, and trade fairly. In a crash, trust is broken, but unity can rebuild it in small ways. A strong community is like a shield. It makes you safer than standing alone. With systems gone, people turn to nature. Rivers for water, forest for food, the sun for warmth. Survival becomes about learning from the earth again. Simple plants can heal, fire can protect, and the ground can grow food if you know how to use it. Nature becomes the teacher, reminding humans that they once lived without banks and markets. In survival, the earth is your oldest friend. Respect it, learn from it, and it will help you live. Not everyone can survive. Some people lose hope, give up, and fall into despair. This is the sad truth of a crash. Survival is not just about strength of body, but also strength of mind. If you keep faith, you keep moving. If you lose faith, you stop fighting. Remember, survival is not about never falling. It is about always standing up again. Those who refuse to give up have a chance to see the world rise again. After the worst chaos, small signs of recovery appear. People begin to trade fairly again. Farmers start growing food. Neighbors begin helping each other. It is not a full return to normal, but it is hope. These small sparks remind you that no crash lasts forever. Humanity always finds a way back. In survival, these moments of hope give you strength to keep going, one day at a time. The financial crash leaves behind lessons. You learn that money is not power, resources and skills are. You learn that fear is dangerous, but hope is stronger. You learn that trust, unity, and preparation can save lives. These lessons are painful but powerful. If remembered, they can guide you to build a safer, stronger future. Every survival story carries wisdom, and this crash is no different. At last, the most dangerous day ends. The sun rises on a new world, broken but alive. People who survived are stronger, wiser, and more prepared. They know now that survival is not about wealth. It is about courage, skills, and unity. The financial crash was dark and painful, but it also opened eyes to the truth of life. Every dawn brings a new chance, and this dawn is the start of recovery. The world will rebuild step by step, and those who survived will never forget this lesson.